Hi, this is Gary with MACMOST.com. Let me show you how you can import a Spotify playlist into Apple Music. So one of the frustrating things about listening to streaming music is often you find a website or a post to social media where somebody is giving you a playlist of music. But often they only give you a Spotify playlist, ignoring other services. So if you're an Apple Music subscriber, how do you get that playlist into Apple Music? There have been some third-party apps, of course, and you could always rebuild the playlist from scratch if you like. But recently, Apple introduced a tool to do this. Here's how to use it. So I'm going to start off here on the iPhone, but I'll show you how to do this on a Mac later. So here's a curator I really like. Let's look at a typical situation where there's only a Spotify playlist like this. So this Apple tool will take a Spotify music playlist and copy it to your Apple Music account. But first, you have to have it in your Spotify account. You can get a free Spotify account. That's what I've got, and use it for this purpose. So here's the typical Spotify playlist widget that you may see, and it's got this little Save on Spotify button here, and that'll launch the Spotify app. So here I'll add this playlist to my library in the Spotify app, and there it is. So now I've got it in my Spotify account. So to move that over to Apple Music, you need to go into the Settings app. And this is where you'll find Settings for the Music app that has a special link for this. So you want to go down to the bottom of Settings here, tap on Apps, and then go to Music. And then there's a special link here. You may have to scroll down to see it. Transfer music from other services. Tap on that. And it's going to take you to the special page in the Music app. So it's launching the Music app and taking you to the special service that it has in there. And here you'll find a list of other services where you can transfer music like playlists from. So you'll see a variety of things here besides just Spotify. So we're going to use Spotify here, and we're going to log in. And now it's going to look in your Spotify account, and it'll show you all the artists, albums, songs, everything you've got. You want to turn that off and also all playlists off, and just select that one new playlist that you just added in, and then tap Add to Library. And it's going to read that Spotify playlist and bring that in to your Apple Music account. You'll see the little message here at the top, starting soon, then adding to your library. What it's doing is it's looking up each and every song and adding its equivalent in the Apple Music streaming service. And here you can see transfer complete, 301 songs, one playlist. Okay, so we got the entire thing. It didn't give us any warnings that it couldn't find something. Then it took about 20 more seconds and I saw it appear under recently added and under playlists. I can go into it and I could see this entire playlist here. All the songs there just like they were on Spotify. Anytime I run into the situation again, I just add the playlist to my Spotify account and then go to this tool and transfer it to Apple Music. The whole process really took me about a minute or two. If you find these videos valuable, consider joining the more than 2,000 others that support MACMOST at Patreon. You get exclusive content, course discounts, and more. You can read about it at macmost.com/Patreon. Now you can do this on your Mac as well because you can do it with the web version of Apple Music. So you want to go to music.apple.com and then you want to sign in to your iCloud account. Then after you're signed in with your web browser, go to apple.songshift.com. And this will take you to a special page back at Apple Music. And here you can see the same services you can choose from. You can choose Spotify, and then it might ask you to log in if you've never done this before. And then you can turn off the all songs and albums and all playlists and just select the one playlist you want and add it to your library. And since, of course, Apple Music syncs across all your devices, you could do this on either your Mac or your iPhone, and you'll see it in Apple Music on both. Once the playlist is added to your account, it's in your account, no matter which device you're using. So this really solves a big problem for music fans who use Apple Music and are frustrated when you find somebody provides only a Spotify playlist that you want. Hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, click the thumbs up button below to let me know. I publish new tutorials each weekday. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out.